Hi, I'm Paul Clifford from TrinityDigitalMedia.com, author of Podcasting Church and Tweeting Church. Let's talk about making slideshows and countdowns in ProPresenter 5. So if I wanted to create a slideshow, basically what I would do is first I would import my slides. And in ProPresenter you can do File, Import, Video Image, or you can just drag and drop them here into the background section over here. And these are the ones that came with ProPresenter, but we'll just go ahead and assume that that's what I want to do. So I'm just going to grab these four. I'm command clicking on them so that they all turn that blue color. And I can just drag and drop them into my presentation. So I've already got that one there. What I will do is I will delete that. So yes, I want to do that. I could have held down command and that would have just deleted. So I've got these four. Let's say I wanted them to advance every 7 seconds. So if I want that to be the case, the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to bring down this format button. So I click there and you'll see that I've got this. Well, over here I've got this clock. Now for the clock, I am going to set that to 7 seconds. And see, it automatically adds this slide is the last, and so then it loops to the first slide icon. So what you'll have is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then it should transition to this one, and it does. Now that's a cross dissolve because it's using the cross dissolve transition down here. Actually, it's the cross dissolve transition down here. That's blue is text, green is the slide itself. Now what I can do is if I want to affect everything, let's say I wanted to use the door for a more striking effect, and click done. I could do that, and now that will be the way that it goes. Unfortunately though, that affects everything. So instead of doing that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to control click on this, or right click if you're using a mouse with a right click, and go to media properties. Now when I do that, you'll notice that I've got right here in this information tab, I have the same thing. And let's go to a cube here. So I'm going to do that. Now what's really kind of fun is I can click done here, and then I can click the same thing, control click, go to media properties. I don't have to exit out, I can just go between these, and that will save you a little bit of time. So going to the cube spin, click on done, and I'll continue since there's only 4 of these. Media properties, cube spin. Normally I don't like cube spin, but in this case, just for fun, I'm gonna actually put that on there. Okay, so that's done. Now what I noticed is in some versions of ProPresenter 5 there's a glitch. Let's see if this one is the one with it or without it, because if you change the duration here, it affects the duration up here. So I don't know. I've cut that down to 0 if, okay, this is the version that doesn't have that problem. So that's just, if you change it up here, again going to media properties, and the time, you'll notice the duration is 1 second here as I want it to be, so that's cool. If this was just going, basically it looked like cuts instead, then just go down here and you could even choose the cross dissolve and change the time to 1 second, and that would affect that. So could be if you're watching this anytime, say after October 2012, they fixed that. But that's something that it got on my last nerve and it took forever for me to figure out. So wanted to tell you that. So now if you want to add a countdown, countdowns are actually located here under messages. Now that didn't make any sense to me, but that's where it is. So I can either count down 2 a time, or I can have a countdown timer. So this would be 11 minutes, or if I'm recording this at night here, so I could count down 2 a time. Right now it says 11 p.m. I could do 11, let's see here, this says it's 11:27 p.m., so let's do 11:30 p.m. and I will start that and show message. And that actually is wrong here. There we go. So show message again, shows it right there. Now what I can do is, here, let me expand that, and you'll notice that I've got some stuff that I can do here. I could even type in here, the service starts in, and hit that, and let's actually tab off of that, stop, and let's see, hide and show message. Okay, so that does it. The problem here is the template only goes to right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go to, I think this is the template that I used. That should, I'm going to go edit template group, double click to edit. Yeah, that's the problem. So I can stretch this out and do all sorts of fun stuff to fix that. But that shows you, basically, that's a real quick video on how to do slideshows and countdowns. If you wanted to do a message instead, you could put in a message right here. You can show that message. You can show it for 5 seconds, 45 seconds, you know, whatever you want. So that's some good and important stuff there. You can take out the leading zero, put it back, whatever you want. So that does all that fun stuff here. And you've got layers here, so you could do a message, you could do the countdown, you can do other things, and just have those preset and ready to go. And when you make that go away, it doesn't go away necessarily. So I'm going to hide this template editor, which, remember, that kind of stops it. So that's something else for you to keep in mind. You don't want to tweak the template editor during church unless you've got a still background. So I hope that was helpful to you. Head over to my blog, trinitydigitalmedia.com, and go out and change eternity.